It's our sea days aboard Carnival Jubilee, and on this itinerary we had 3 of them. In this video we're going to talk about all the food, activities, and shows we experience on our sea days. I'm Travis.
I'm Nicole.
Let's get wanderlust. Nicole, what stands out on the menu tonight?
The spaghetti carbonara and the chocolate cake again.
That sounds really good. So how about you click on the check-in button on there so we can get in line without actually having to be in line, and then we can go to dinner here in a little bit.
All right. Says it's 20 to 30 minutes.
That's not bad at all. On Carnival Jubilee, there are a ton of different food options that you can enjoy on your sea day. Everything from Guy's Burger Joint, Pig and Anchor, Big Chicken, and so much more. We're actually going to go to the main dining room for dinner, and we'll let you know about all the food we ate and the places we went to on our sea days aboard Carnival Jubilee. Food is one of the most important parts and one of my favorite things about cruising. And on your sea days aboard Carnival Jubilee, there are so many options for food. It doesn't matter if it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or your 7th snack or your 15th dessert. There's plenty of options out there. Carnival doesn't do reservations like some of the other cruise lines out there for dinner. So when you want to go to the main dining room, if you have anytime dining, you're going to go to the Carnival app and actually click check in to the restaurant. This will give you a time frame, and then when your table is ready, you just go down to the restaurant and they take you to your table. Carnival offers traditional dining and anytime dining in the main dining room. Nicole and I did anytime dining, so we basically checked in to the restaurant each day that we wanted to go there and waited for our table to be ready. Anytime dining is usually in the Pacific restaurant, which is near the back of the ship on deck 6 and 7. Our favorite item on the brunch menu was the skillet cake, which has, with ricotta, guava preserve, marshmallow, and maple butter. It was very good. Our favorite meal for dinner was the filet and short rib, which was a filet mignon with a pork short rib with it. It was excellent. For dessert, we really liked the chocolate lava cake and the creme brulee. The main dining room can get very busy on Carnival Jubilee, which leads to a very hectic atmosphere, but the food is really good. It's some of the better food in a main dining room that we've experienced on any of the cruise ships that we've sailed on. So it's still a good experience for dinner, breakfast, or brunch.
Is it past the test? No, it might. If you don't want to eat in the main dining room, there are plenty of other options throughout the ship. Starting off with breakfast, we usually went to Big Chicken to get a chicken biscuit each morning, so that's always a fantastic option. Another really great option is the Blue Java Cafe. That is the same place where you go to get your specialty coffees. They have some really good breakfast sandwiches. One of our favorites was the sausage, egg, and avocado sandwich on an English muffin. It was actually surprisingly delicious, and we got that twice. Another quick service breakfast option is the Blue Iguana. This is where you can get your breakfast burritos and breakfast tacos made to order, so you can pick and choose everything that you would like to have in it. This is another option that we went with a few mornings, and overall the food there was usually pretty good.
Carnival Jubilee has a ton of complimentary options for lunch as well. Some of our favorites that we had on this cruise on our sea days was, of course, Guy's Burger Joint, where my favorite burger is the Ringer, which is like a Western bacon cheeseburger. The burgers at Guy's is always good, and the fries are excellent as well. Another great one is Guy's Pig and Anchor, which is also by Guy Fieri. It is a barbecue restaurant at the very back of the ship in the summer landing area. We had a variety of barbecued meats from pork and beef and chicken, and just about all of it was excellent. We definitely recommend Guy's Pig and Anchor. A couple underrated places on board are the Beach Bun Sandwich Shop, which is like a little kiosk that sells sandwiches. The pulled pork there was actually pretty good. So was the Italian grinder. That was Nicole's favorite sandwich at Beach Bun. Another really good place to go for lunch is the Street Eats section, which is on the Lido deck on deck 16. They have 3 kiosks there that are free. One is a French fries shop, another one is a dumplings kiosk, and then the last one has noodles. Some of our favorites was the sweet potato barbecue French fries, which were amazing. I really like those. And then the steamed dumplings almost every single day were very, very good. The Street Eats section rotates their items each day, so on one sea day it is a different menu item on the next sea day, so make sure you go there every day to see what they have to offer.
I don't think we ever saw them repeat the same dish twice, so make sure that every day you do like what we did and go check out that menu to see what they have going on for that day.
There are other options as well for lunch. We already mentioned Shaq's Big Chicken. Blue Java has sandwiches. And then, of course, there's Coastal Slice, which is the pizza joint aboard Carnival Jubilee. And that place is open until midnight, and the pizza is actually pretty good. Overall, Carnival has a ton of different food options, and almost all of it is good. You can't go wrong with just about any place you select on your sea days aboard Carnival Jubilee.
Travis, aren't you coming?
Where are we going?
Harry Potter trivia. Duh.
Okay. Are we going to lose this time?
Always.
We always lose at Harry Potter trivia.
So there's tons of activities going on around the ship right now. There's the roller coaster Bolt, mini golf, trivia. We love to lose Harry Potter trivia, so we're going to go do it Carnival style. And live music, things on the pool deck. So when we get back, we'll let you know everything that we did on our sea days. And on our sea days, one of our favorite things to do is to check out the trivia around the ship. As you know, we are Harry Potter trivia not champions because we don't usually do as well as I would like. However, on Carnival Jubilee, they had Harry Potter trivia, movie quote trivia, SpongeBob trivia, which we also did very poorly at, music trivia. But I will say, with Carnival's trivia questions for Harry Potter, we did better than usual.
They were a lot easier than they are on Royal Caribbean.
They were much more generalized than they are on Royal Caribbean. The other part with Carnival's trivia is they actually don't have any presentations to go along with it, so they just read the questions over the microphone. The downside to this is that sometimes there's so many people in the venue that it is kind of hard to hear the questions. Whereas Royal Caribbean will have them on like a little PowerPoint slide so that you can actually see even if you can't hear. But overall, we actually did pretty good at trivia this time.
Carnival has really good prizes for their trivia. They actually give you like a small trophy ship rather than just a highlighter like Royal Caribbean would do.
Yeah, that actually was a really nice touch. Unfortunately, we did not get one.
No. On deck 18, at the very top of the ship, Carnival Jubilee has the Ultimate Playground, which has a ton of stuff to do on your sea days. Nicole and I played mini golf up here, and I got a hole-in-one on my very first shot because I'm a pure athlete. We also watched people on the ropes course because that looked scary, and it went over the side of the ship. And then we wanted to do the roller coaster. Yes, Carnival Jubilee has a roller coaster. It's called Bolt, and it goes around the top of the ship. But when we had it scheduled, which was on our third sea day, day 7, it was broken down. So make sure if you want to do the roller coaster, you do it on one of your first days when you see it going, and you don't wait till the last day like we did, and then it's not working at that time, because we regret not being able to do it now. A few of the other things that are going on the ship on your sea days, they have the White Hot Party, which is a party on the pool deck with lots of music and dancing. They also have a nightclub which takes place in the Limelight Lounge. But I will say the nightclub is not as good as the nightclub on some of the Royal Caribbean ships that we sailed on, like Utopia of the Seas, and icon of the seas.
I was very surprised by the state of this nightclub and by the lack of people in there.
It was not good. Overall, there's a lot of stuff to do in terms of activities on your sea days. Make sure you check the Carnival app or the Fun Times, which is put in your stateroom or on your stateroom door to see what is available for you to take part in. It is our last sea day here on Carnival Jubilee, and we need to find a show to watch in the evening before we have to go up to the late night buffet on the Lido deck. So I'm checking out the Fun Times, which they leave on your door. And Nicole, what are you looking at?
The Carnival app, so it is the digital version. It actually gives you all of the options throughout the day, and you can go ahead and heart the ones that you're interested in. That way it will send you a reminder about 15 minutes before it starts, so you know to head on over.
Analog, digital. Nicole likes all the new stuff. So we have the late night comedy showcase here way at 11:30 p.m. So we're going to check that out and then go up to the midnight buffet up on the Lido deck. So there is a ton of different shows on Carnival Jubilee. Everything from stuff in the center stage area right there between decks 6, 7, and 8, the Jubilee Theater on decks 6 and 7, and then different comedy shows and other things spread out through this entire ship. So we're going to go check out this comedy show, and we'll come back and let you know of all the shows we watched on our sea days aboard Carnival Jubilee. We went to the late night comedy show on all 3 of our sea days. Comedy is something that Carnival does incredibly well. On this cruise, we had 5 different comedians, and most of them were very good. Carnival does comedy shows in 2 different clubs on board. One is the Limelight Lounge, which is where they do the PG or PG-13 comedy show. So if you're not interested in some of the vulgar language, or if you want to take your kids to the comedy show, make sure you check the ones that are in the Limelight Lounge. They also have the Punchliner Comedy Club and the Jubilee Theater, where they do some of the bigger comedy shows at, and these are for adults only. The comedians on our cruise were Kelly Terranova, Percy Cruz II, Billy D. Washington, Happy Cole, and Jalen Bishop. If you're wanting to go to any of these comedy shows, which they have plenty of them on board, make sure you get to them early because the venues that they're in fill up fast. Even the Jubilee Theater fills up for these shows. You'll want to get to the venues probably about 30 minutes before the show's time starts just to make sure you can get in. We went to a few of these shows where we were in standing room only, and right after we got in there, they closed the doors and wouldn't let anybody else in. So be aware of that.
During your sea days, there are also quite a few shows and activities that take place in the center stage area in the very middle of the ship. One of the first shows that we saw was Celestial Strings, which is kind of a rock and pop show where they take common well-known songs and then the string trio kind of plays it and puts their own spin on it. Overall, it was okay.
It's kind of weird.
Another show that we saw was the Lonestar Tailgate, which I know we are from Texas. Jubilee is based out of Texas, but we are not Texans, so it was definitely interesting. This is basically a spin on like the Texas State Fair. They had audience participation where they gave out cowboy hats as prizes. They had a wing eating contest, and then they had you try to like lasso a fake bull. So it was interesting. The last show that we saw in that central stage area, it's 2 different shows, but it ties together. So they do something called the Nations Show, where they do a parade with crew members that have their nation's flag to celebrate all the different diversity on the ship. And then they also have a stage show that goes after it that also talks about all the different countries and nationalities and just kind of how it's called We Are One, so about bringing everyone together in a sense of unity. And overall, that was a nice show. So it was good to get to see all the crew members kind of get involved as well and see where everyone was from. Overall, it was a good time. The last thing on our sea day that we did in the central stage area was the Family Feud auditions. That is where they took place. They went through, they had multiple teams compete against each other to see who the winners would be, as to who would finally compete in the 3 actual Family Feud shows. And if you're a fan of Family Feud, it was basically like a little preview, and so I would recommend it.
Speaking of game shows, this is something that Carnival actually does very well as well. Family Feud actually took place on one of our port days, and we'll talk about that on one of those videos. But they had some other game shows that took place in the Jubilee Theater, and they were actually very good. The first one is Love and Marriage. Love and Marriage is a classic cruise game show where you have the oldest married couple, the newest married couple, and then somewhere in between another married couple in there, and they ask them questions and see who can come up with matches. They did this show twice, one with the cruise director and one with the assistant cruise director, and they were both very funny and very good. Love and Marriage is a can't miss aboard Carnival Jubilee on your sea days. The other game show they did, we didn't know anything about before it actually took place, and we actually really liked it. It was called What's Age Got to Do With It, and it was kids and their parent versus other kids and their parent. And it's kind of similar to Love and Marriage, where you're answering questions and your parent has to guess what you're going to answer type of thing, but it was excellent. It was funny. The cruise director, Kendall Fire, did an excellent job with it. It is probably a can't miss on your cruise aboard Carnival Jubilee. So that is What's Age Got to Do With It. The last show that we will talk about on our sea days is Nicole's favorite show from the entire trip, because she loves Dr. Seuss. And they do a Dr. Seuss meet and greet inside the Lime and Light Lounge. And then they do a Dr. Seuss parade from there all the way to the Jubilee Theater. And then they do story time with the Cat in the Hat and other Dr. Seuss characters. How did you like the Dr. Seuss stuff, Nicole?
Well, it is not my favorite, but we did just want to check it out to kind of see how the parade compared to Royal Caribbean. I will say that it was fun how they got the little kids involved, because they got to be in the parade instead of it being cast members and crew members. But if you have little kids, I would probably say bring them. I'm sure they'll love it. Otherwise, don't worry about it.
She actually really liked it. Don't worry about it. That's everything that we did on our 3 sea days aboard Carnival Jubilee. That included all the food we ate, the activities we participated in, and all the shows we watched. If you have any questions about any of the things that we did on our sea days, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. If you have some favorite things that you like to do on your Carnival cruise aboard Carnival Jubilee, or just any Carnival ship, make sure you leave those in the comment section as well. We'd love to hear about them. If you'd like to support our channel, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out way more than you realize. And if you need us, we'll be back up in Guy's Burger Bar, because that food was excellent. I'm Travis.
And I'm Nicole.
Thanks so much for watching.